musical. Welcome back to Read or Not to Read. This is the last episode of The Bounty Hunter.
The
Now,
first book one.
the first book we will be reading.
There's more.
We will be reading the
You don't
second
want
one.
it to end here. We will cry. You'll
don't
cry.
want it to
You'll
end
cry.
here.
Everyone will cry.
It's not exactly like a cliffhanger.
I feel like it's.
I feel like
I'm
it's just
tired
gonna
of cliffhangers.
flow into the second one.
I'm so sick of cliffhangers. I appreciate where this one left off at. Like it wasn't like an end of life or death situation.
Yeah.
You don't know what happened to the story.
It gives us just enough closure. Like, so when she released these books, she just released both of them at the same time, which bravo, beautiful, wonderful. We appreciate it. But even if it had, like, if you had to wait for this book to come out, it wouldn't have been that bad. Like, you still want to read the next one to know what's going to happen, but it's not like, oh my god.
Like
It's not as
Fourth.
bad.
If anyone's read Fourth Wing, I love the story. I hate the ends. They make me so mad. Like throw my book against the wall. So mad. Hate it. I hate it.
Okay. So, chapters 41 through to the end of the book, 46.
I was watching your neighbor.
Oh, a car just zoomed past the window. Squirrel. We don't have ADHD at all. Anywho, so we left Vera off about to go to the dinner party at Mama Tina's house, where all the rich Fae people are going to be.
That we're still hadn't thought through that all of these people will like a criminal. Everyone vibes with the criminal.
Yeah, Vera. It kind of sounds like Vera's kind of been living in a human world long enough that she's like, oh, criminals are bad, and all the Fae are like, criminals are great.
You're a criminal? Me too.
And yeah, it's funny. So they dress old Vera girl up in this beautiful, they call it a spider silk gown, but it's very, very deep blue and it has a plunging back.
Which Vera loves and hates.
I like this aspect of her character development and her character arc. She points out the reason she dresses so sloppily and like a boy and tries to hide is because she feels like she is in danger. And she is. And so the longer she's with Icar and
Girlier
growing
she
in
gets.
herself, she's like, you know what? It's okay. I don't have to constantly be scared. And she's coming out of her shell. She's blossoming, if you will. You know, because
This is a
real
real
she's
thing
a
too.
flower.
I would like to
Totally is.
as
Totally is.
somebody who came out of like bad relationships and is
Yeah.
a very safe relationship now. I know I don't look at it right now. Don't judge me. But when I feel like it, I can absolutely be girly and cute and not have to worry about like an insult.
So we are very appreciative. I really like the character development there. It's very nice. It's good. It's great. Beautiful. I did kind of rag on you at the beginning for making your person insecure and making every fantasy girl in all of their books is insecure about how they look. But I like the development. So it's good. I don't take it back, but I like where it went. Okay. So it's good.
I feel like it was necessary.
It was good. Okay, so she's like all dolled up. She's all dressed up all fancy, and Icar's in a suit that is like perfectly cut around all his muscles.
I'd like to pause. We've skipped Ruby in all this. Ruby loves Mama Tina's house because she just constantly has all these custom perches and people bring her fancy seed and a little ring of her bell.
Yeah.
And the reason I bring this up is because she's over there like pecking away and then she looks up at like Vera. She's like, good job,
You look
girl.
great.
I love this. Like comes over and approvingly. We make it sound like the bird talks. Comes over there and like shows her approving little movements.
Ruby likes the dress.
And so we step out of the door, and butterflies flutter in my stomach when I hear a soft knock at the door.
Mama Tina made their outfits match. It's so cute. She's 100% doing this on purpose. But she like full on goes, damn. like checks him out all the way down, all the way back up to his. She points out that he has shaved, so she's checking out his chiseled jawline, and then she's like, the jawline led to his neck, and the neck led back to his chest and shoulders. See,
girl is struggling.
She's obsessed.
Girl is
as she should be.
struggling.
As she should be. Listen, The good Lord made fine people to look at. Just appreciating what the good Lord gave you, okay?
It's funny.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah. And he knows.
Oh, and there is something important here. It's we kind of mutually agreed that the bracelet covers her tattoo. It doesn't.
Yeah, and you know what? I did notice that too. I forgot to bring it up. Yeah, we thought that her tattoo is no longer, well, not even a tattoo. Her mark is no longer visible. Apparently it is, or she's like scared that it's going to be at any second. I
No,
haven't
you can
quite.
see it because she says, uh, she knows I like to keep my mark covered. I ensure that the half of my hair left down and curled covers it sufficiently. So she's always covering her mark.
Has she ever considered she could just use makeup?
What's on the back of her neck?
Makeup
But
can
I
go
guess
there.
that makes more point why she was kind of okay with the dress of death
Mhm.
because it was high in the back but it came low in the front. So all she had to do was go, "Woo, look at my neck," and Icar would have seen it.
But he's been oblivious. He's not looking for signs because she's too normal.
I know. But yeah, apparently the mark is just out and about, ready to be discovered by the world. I need him to see the mark. Okay, I was okay. I've been okay with him. He's figuring it out. He's figuring it out exceedingly slowly, but he's figuring it out. I'm like, would you two just guess already, okay? I need them to figure it out. That's what I need. That's what I need right now, Kayla. I need them to figure it out so they can make beautiful babies together. Okay? And save the universe and live happily ever after. I need a happily ever after, okay? Because the first book, it ended happy, but not for them. It just ended the way I wanted. Old Ivy and Emmett cheating hoes.
Oh, the other books. Okay.
The other book. Not
I was
this book.
confused.
This book's not over, and we will be reading the next one. Who she's straight up checking him out, raking him up and down with her eyeballs. He was fine piece of man. And then
So
we go to dinner.
yeah, essentially we're both. He's very
Oh,
aware
and
that
he smells good.
Yeah, Mama Tina is doing Vera
She's
dirty.
doing the most.
Absolutely, she's like, oh yeah. So Mama Tina is playing dress up with us. Oh, and he's going to add like this pheromone smelling Faye perfume, or I guess not perfume, cologne.
Mhm.
And oh my god, this man smells amazing.
Divine.
Love it.
Ugh. Oh,
And
Tina.
then let's see.
So they get down to the dinner, and there's like a ton of people there. Tina has invited everybody she knows to come to this dinner, including old ex-boyfriend, Lower King, Faye, Drade.
Who knows Icar, for anyone who's forgotten.
Yes.
He might not be able to recognize him right now,
He does not recognize him.
but he knows Icar.
And he knows Vera.
And he knows Vera.
And so and he never got an explanation as to why she left. He comes back, "Hey, person that I love and am dating, I'm the king," and she's not there. She runs away. So he still likes her. Like he's still like
he isn't dating someone new. He isn't like there's no other queen involved here.
I mean, it's been years, but he's still like first love, like, where'd you go? Why'd you leave me? I thought we were like, a thing. But yeah, so and she hasn't seen him since, and she sees him there, and she's like, "Oh no,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, spaghetti.
spaghetti."
Yes, not a small get together.
Ew! And then Drade comes in hot with, "You're the image of everlasting beauty this evening, Vera."
Guess who don't like that? Other than Christina.
It's only funny because he says it to do like posturing towards Icar, like, "Hey,
Mine.
mine." And Icar's like, "Mine." It's like the little
Mine? 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 Mine?
It's the little seagulls from Finding Nemo. Moin, moin. And Vera's like, "Everybody calm down, please. I'm not dating either of you."
Yeah, because they're straight up like, posturing in front of him. She's like, "Oh God, these freaking men and their silent challenges. I need them to freaking chill. Send someone give me a dash of like estrogen to like douse on this testosterone. Like, oh my god, y'all are killing me."
I couldn't read this without picturing like an Animal Planet narrator in their British accent going, "Ooh, the buffalo will fight over a female." It was played in my head, and I'm like, "This is hilarious."
That's
And Vera's
exactly
just
how
like,
Mama Tina sees it too.
"That's exactly what Mama Tina's doing."
Exactly what
She
Mama
great
Tina's
brain.
doing.
Okay. And then so Drake's like, "Who is this dude that you are with? That is not moi." And Vera's like, "Oh yeah, this is my criminal." And he goes, "What? What?"
So keep in mind, I don't know if he knows that she's bounty hunts either.
I doubt it.
I don't think they got that far because she left Mama
She
Tina
hasn't talked
at
to
the
him
same time.
since.
She wasn't working before.
I mean, he might know because it sounds like Tina knows him. So Tina might have told him, "Hey, this is where she's at. This is what she's doing. Blah blah blah." But he's like, "Okay, why do you got to be catching such attractive criminals, my guy?" Like, okay, okay. And so then they sit down to have dinner. And there's like enough people here that they have different tables. It's like a banquet hall. Like there's a
Like a banquet
ton of
hall.
people here. And so obviously Tina, Vera, Icar, Rena, and Drake are all at the same table, plus or minus a few other people that aren't
But
important.
before we get to that, though, I'd like to just talk about this whole conversation here, because as soon as they separate, and he's like possessively like walking her to the table, she's like, "Oh, what was that? Do you realize
He's
who
the
he
king.
is?" Icar just straight up goes like,
I don't care.
"What's he gonna do? Arrest me? You already arrested me. He can't arrest me. Besides,
Uh,
I can tell him who I am because he won't run away like you."
yeah. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Yeah, so she's like, "Dude, don't antagonize him. He's like in charge." And Icar's like, "That's what he thinks."
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong. But oh
Not wrong.
my lord, it just keeps getting worse and worse. Well, for better, worse. I don't know. Depends on who you ask. Depends on who you ask when.
Glass half full, glass half empty. Who knows?
And then we introduce her to Rena, him to Rena.
Icar to Rena, yes.
Yeah.
And she introduces him. This is my the criminal, not my criminal. The criminal I arrested. Rena and Tina are going like, "Do tell." Uh-huh, he's your criminal, isn't he? Yes, yes. We know. We already know you like him. So apparently food tastes bad.
I don't think it tastes bad so much as weird.
It's just weird. And
It's
Rena's
weird.
like,
It's like bugs and spongy and weird textures, and both her and I would die. No. She's like, he has amazing manners though.
Icar straight up went back to Prince Palace etiquette. Like
Yeah.
he's just straight went back to he snaps his napkin out, lays it across the table. Says, "This is delicious. This is the best food ever."
And she's like choking it
she's like,
down.
"Where'd you learn manners?"
Nothing about this man makes sense. He's a criminal who acts like a prince. What is happening?
Yeah, she's very confused.
Very confused. Also, is not putting two and two together.
And then Drade's tired of this, seeing them together like at all, and goes, "What were you arrested for?" And
She's aggressive.
aggressively.
Aggressive dinner party tactic.
But the Fae are like, "Oh yeah, do tell. What'd you do?" They're all like, I'm picturing the people from the Capitol from Hunger Games. This is how I'm picturing this.
But prettier clothes, I think. Except for Mama Tina.
Yeah, Tina's dressed like a crazy cuckoo. And then Vera's freaking out because she's like, "Oh, we never talked about what you're supposed to be arrested for." And Icar says, "Magic stealing, magic siphoning," which apparently is really bad.
Well, yeah, there's no magic in the world, and you're taking
Yeah.
up all this extra magic and selling it. Yeah, it's extremely illegal.
Yeah.
Extremely. Hence, class A criminal.
And Mama Tina's like, it's this admiration shines from Mama Tina's eyes. She's like, "Ooh!" And then Tina offers to pay for him. Tina offers to buy Icar from Vera for the amount of the price of the bounty. Vera's like, what is going on?
Not even the price of the bounty.
Triple
I'll
it.
pay 3 times as much as the
3
person
times.
awarding the bounty.
She didn't even ask. She's like, she rich. She didn't ask how much the bounty was.
Now all the Fae women are infatuated, and the men look eager to talk business here. That's how the Fae are.
That's how they do.
Breaking rules. Like, what is happening here?
Breaking all the rules.
Breaking all the rules. Oh my goodness.
And
she just tries to run away.
Tina's just rolling with this. Tina's like, oh yeah, you always had a thing for the bad boys, didn't you? You go get them, girl. Vera's sitting there like, this is what we discussed. What is going on? Why am I here?
She literally stands abruptly and tries to leave.
She tries to get out of it. Icar's just like, yeah, no, I'm eating. We're good. You stay here. Icar's having a blast. Vera is not. Everybody's having a great time except for Vera.
Yeah.
Vera and Drade. Drade's a little mad. And then, of course, they get into a testosterone-fueled rawr. Because Drade's like, I think you're lying. And Icar's like, okay. Drade says, I don't think you're really a criminal. And he kind of says it like...
I think he almost recognizes him. I think is what's going on.
No, he says it more like, I don't think Vera would associate with criminals.
That is true.
He's kind of like, I don't think you're really a criminal. And then Drade goes, you two are bonded together? And Vera has lost all sense of any sort of, like, Vera's trying to leave. And she's like, it was just a temporary mating bond. And everybody's like, what do you mean? Drade freaks out at this point. He's like, I challenge you to a duel. If he had a little white glove, he'd go snap, snap, snap.
Oh no. If this man had a sword on him, he would have drawn it and just flung it. This man is going for blood. Jumps over the table. Oh no, I guess that's about ready to jump over the table.
And then Icar goes, okay, let's fight. And then they go off to go fight. And everybody's just continues with dinner. They're just sitting around. And Vera's like, we wait and we wait. The people are leaving.
No, it's worse than that. It's worse than that. Yeah, I think you skipped over this part.
Oh, they start fighting at the table.
Window.
Yeah.
They fight at the table. Straight up fall out the window. God knows where.
They're in the forest.
And she's like trying to go after them, and Mama Tina's like, what excitement we have tonight.
This is a wonderful party.
Vera's like, please do something. She's like, oh, no. Those two are jealous, viral young men. Drade has challenged them. Let them fight it out, and whoever wins will be your match. This is so great. And Vera's like, oh my fucking God.
Vera's like, how many times am I going to be forced into a relationship in the last couple days? She's like, I've already been engaged. I've been bonded. I then got engaged to some wacky shifter guy. And now these two are fighting, duking it out for me. She goes, this is why I dress like a boy. Life was
just like a boy.
So much simpler when people thought I was a boy.
Mama Tina's like not having any of it. Like, those are the Fae rules, not my rules. No, I'm sorry, that was her. She's like, I don't agree to this. And Tina's like, too bad. You're on Faeland and you're gonna be Fae rules, and I want you to be married. Deal with it. Too bad. Human rights out the door.
Go bye-bye.
And then hours pass.
Yeah, they're sitting around for hours.
Guests leave. Mama Tina's house grows quiet, and they're still not back.
Even Rena leaves her alone. She's like, dude, I'm going to bed. If they kill each other, they kill each other.
Which it doesn't really sound like the fight was that long once we get to that.
I know.
So I don't really understand why he was gone for hours unless he just went to contemplate life.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand.
But then we cut to Icar, chapter 42. They're fighting. Icar doesn't have his magic. He's broken some ribs as they fell out of the window into the forest below. And so they're fighting. And Drade's like, I can't believe you mated her or had the mate bond with her. And Icar's like, sucks to suck, dude. He's totally
He's just a
played it.
giant peacock at this point. His feathers are out and he's proud and he's happy. And that's all I can see right now is just a peacock.
But then Drade kind of starts beating him up. And so Icar goes, I'm the king, dude. And Drade's like, I don't believe you. And then Icar says, okay, at the last council meeting, I said I was going to go look for a tulip. Remember that? And Drake's like,
Whoops.
well, I'm still mad at you for flirting with my girlfriend, who's not my girlfriend. And then,
And they kind of talk about how, like, well, I
yeah.
see you two were kind of together. Why? Well, wait. Why didn't you tell her? And he's like, I did. I tried to tell her. Icar's like, I straight up tried to tell her. I showed her my seal. She assumed I killed someone.
Yeah, she said she assumed I stole it or killed somebody and stole it because she thought I was a criminal so much.
And then like he's like, and you two were together? Yeah, until she found out I was about to become king. I'm shocked. I'm kind of shocked about that, but I found out.
So then he's extra mad. Like, why are you with that guy when you couldn't have been with me? Because Drade's like, well, I know she doesn't like kings. And then Icar is debating. He's like, okay, I know I'm kind of being a jerk, but I'm also kind of not being a jerk. But I'm gonna throw him a bone. He's like, we're not actually mated. It was to get through the shifted forest. He explains all that, and he's like, I can't be with her because I have to marry Tulip for the kingdom. So that kind of calms Drade down a little bit. And then
Next chapter. So
okay, so then we cut back to Vera.
This is a chapter, man. This is the chapter. And she finally hears she's been waiting and waiting and waiting. She finally hears the footsteps in the hall, and she wrenches open the door.
You missed me?
Essentially. It just with this teasing voice and wry smile on his lips. And she steps back because she's lost her cool now. She's like, this, like his whole outfit's been destroyed, which I'm sure is very hard for her to look at as well and keep a straight head.
She liked it when it was in peace. Now that it's half off, she likes it even more.
Want to come into my room? I can make it 100% off.
And then Tina comes in. Ooh, it's 2 bedrooms too many.
Do you think she has that with an approving voice? I thought it was like her being like, no, children.
I thought it was approving.
But anyways, like they almost kiss.
As they always do. I wish I could just be behind them and go, bonk, knock your heads together.
Oh, that'd be funny. But let's see. And then she, so they stop almost kissing. And she's like, I want to formally accept your contract, by the way, now that you've like fought on my behalf.
Mm-hmm. And
that was hot, and I kind of trust you now that you fought on my behalf, I guess.
Well, it wasn't that. It wasn't funny. That. No, she's made her mind up. She's not going to go back to the tulips.
Yeah, because it's such a good idea to go with a guy who taunted a king and to fighting him out a window over her.
He won.
For nothing.
Kind of.
He didn't.
It was a draw.
He didn't. The only reason that fight stopped is because he's a high king.
He pulled rank. So he wins.
Rank. That can't. No. No.
Why?
We don't. Pulling rank is not winning.
Pulling said it was a draw.
No. No. I wouldn't call it a draw.
He could have kept killing him. Drade could have killed him.
Oh, no. Sorry. Drade could have killed him. Yes. But he was losing. He essentially forfeited by the way, you don't want to kill me. You don't want to kill me. That's treason.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Why not?
Because then he would just be the High King. He mentions multiple times that he knows there's unrest. There's always been unrest between the Low Kings, and killing a king is how you become a king. For the Fae, that's their. They're in
not for the High Kingdom.
They're in Fae world.
Not no, it doesn't work for the High Kingdom.
If Drade wanted to kill him, he could have. But Dre is a good person and realizes that Icar is a good king, and he's trying to be a good king. So he stops and bows to the respect that Icar has already built up by being a good person.
That's true.
So he wins.
No, he doesn't win. But anyways,
I want to see what Tina says about the bedroom. Oh, no, we're kind of skipping a little bit.
no. Well, you did skip a little bit, yeah.
So back to what Mama Tina said before they flung themselves out of the window. She says, if he wins, you're with him. If he wins, you're with Drade. And so she goes, did Drade win? Because if he did, I'm supposed to go marry him now. And then Icar goes, what if I won? And she goes, well, according to Fey law. And then he's like going in for the kiss. And that's when Mama Tina breaks in. She goes, are 2 bedrooms not enough? It cracked me up. So she still doesn't know who won the fight because nobody did because it was a draw.
Yeah. Anyways, next chapter. Woo! And back to Icar. Now he has his magic back because I guess we just skipped that. She gave him back his magic during that little
she took the
meeting.
cuff off.
And he's just like, how did I ever live life without magic? This
Yeah.
is beautiful.
He's like, this is great.
Colors are brighter. Sounds are more beautiful. Everything smells better, tastes better. It would have been so funny. He's like, whew, this cologne, what did she put on? This smells so good. That would have been so funny.
That would have been funny.
That would have been really funny. But let's see. So he's happy that he has an originator. He feels hope for the first time in forever. He's ready to go find his buddies if they're alive.
Mm-hmm.
He knows his kingdom is still in good hands, so he's not too concerned about that, which he probably should be. We'll find out here in a moment. And then the next day we're going to go sign her little contract. That means that she gets a lot of money if she just follows him out into the wild and falls in love with him slowly but surely. Rupi is happy about the contract, which is surprising because usually Rupi, anytime they leave Mama Tina's house, is very sad and mopey because she's not going to be fed as well or treated as nicely. So it's a very key factor that Rupi's very happy this contract's happening.
She's very excited.
She's very excited.
So after they sign the contract, he leaves Vera, Minna, and Mama Tina to go shopping, and he goes off on his own. And he is going to go talk to Drade.
I like here too. He's like, this is so weird. I've been here so many times and no one's like falling at my feet and worshiping me.
Yeah.
What is happening?
He's like, people like me because they think I'm a criminal and that I'm attractive, but they're not like treating me as the High King. He's like, I kind of like it. He likes people being who they really are, not trying to be a thing for him being the king. So he goes and talks to Drade. He goes up to Drade's office and is like, hey, I need to talk to you. And Drade's being all snarky, Your Majesty. And then they talk, and Icar has the bottle of healing
Because who
potion.
better to ask about this magic potion that somehow healed him out in the middle of nowhere? Which she couldn't have really thought of anything else. Like, man.
Well, he says, hey, what was in this? And so he gives it to Drade. Drade smells it and is like, this is just a normal healing potion. What do you want? And he goes, are you sure? You're 100% positive that is normal. And Drade's like, he goes, that healed me from basically death. And Drade's like, no, it didn't. He's like, this wouldn't be potent a day here, let alone being taken out of the Fey realm. He goes, unless someone made this and handed it to you and you dumped it on your wound, it would not have worked. And we learned a little bit more about the Fey tinctures and stuff. They're not working. They're not working the way they're supposed to. So he's like, yeah, this definitely didn't cure you from that. And so Icar's like, good to know.
And let's see. And before he leaves, a quick question of, do you really think tulip shopping right now is the best option? Like,
yeah, so Drake kind of brings up, do you really want to start a civil war looking for a tulip? Like, this is not a good idea. But then after they talk about that, Icar asks him, he's like, are you going to be on my side, dude? Because I need help. I need somebody to be, I need at least one of the other kings. Because Drade kind of tells him, hey, your low kings are not happy. And it's not all of them. It's mostly the low king that is, what's her face's uncle.
yeah,
Nadiette's uncle. He's stirring up drama llama trauma.
we'll get there in a second.
And
But
so
yeah.
Drade says, "Yep, I'm with you. Ride or die."
No, no, no.
Yes, he does.
Oh no. He asked, "Do I have your loyalty?" essentially. And he said, "As much as ever, my king. As intended." I feel no reassurance from his response.
But he is. Drade's on his side.
But that isn't a full commitment of faith.
It's as much as you're ever going to get out of a Fae.
Agreed.
Drade's been on his side since he brought it up in like chapter 2 that he needed to go look for a tulip.
Agreed. But he specifically left him in suspense.
Well, yeah. He's a Fae.
Still. Irrelevant.
So
Okay.
then he writes, Icar writes a note to Jethanen to send it back to Jethanen to tell him, hey, this is what's happening. We're coming back.
And then he goes and finds Vera.
And then Vera comes in after she's been shopping. She's got a cute little outfit going on, her little bounty hunter outfit. She's wearing tight leather pants. Get it, girl.
Cute. She's gotten like this cute, like, it's a traveling, like, it's a good ensemble.
It's traveling, but it's feminine.
It's very feminine clothing that she finally has on because she's just so excited to be traveling with her man instead of her criminal, and it's so exciting. It's so great. Love it. But yeah, she let Mama Tina buy her clothes in like the first time in forever.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees her and he's just awestruck.
He's like,
basic clothing. Oh my god. And she's like trying to joke around, like, this is better than the dress of death, huh? And he's like, you wait, I can't focus. You named the dress?
Yeah.
What?
But yeah, and then he's sitting there like, wow, pretty. No, I have to save everybody in my kingdom. But she's pretty and I like her. But I have to do the right thing. But I could not do the right thing and it would also kind of be okay. And he's like, no.
Here's where we come back to words I can't say about this woman. Not yet. Oh, not yet.
Not yet has straight up gone rogue.
Gone rogue.
Like she was already rogue. Now she's out and about rogue.
She's essentially gone treasonous.
Pretty much. So she's called a king's council. And this time must have happened between here because Drade is at the council. Anyhow, so she calls a council and they're like, okay, we're here. Where's the king at the king's council? And she goes, yeah, he's not here. He's gone off the deep end. You're going to listen to me now. And they're like, no. But of course, her uncle, who was one of the low kings, like, yeah, we should listen. He cannot go after a tulip. She's told the other kings that he's gone after a tulip. And Drade's like, no, dude, like, you cannot do this. You are not a king. We are not listening to you. The only reason you're doing this is because you want to be queen. And I was sitting there the whole time I was reading this, I was like, get her, Drade, get her. And,
what would have been funnier? What I would have loved?
What?
If he would have brought Vera into this. Like, besides, he's already found a replacement for you.
That would have been funny.
That would have been great. That would have sent her off the freaking deep end.
But Drade doesn't know that Vera is a tulip. So Drade,
he's still better about it. So he's thinking about her, and he could have very easily done that just to throw her off.
But it wouldn't make any sense for him to go marry some random chick other than a tulip.
He's considering it though.
He did consider it.
For very fun. Anywho, and so she's like, yeah, so no, you're in the wrong. You should not be calling this meeting. You're not a king. Drane's really going after her. He's like, what I find odd is that you still expect him to marry you after what you've done.
She's like, what do you mean what I've done?
What I've done?
Have you seen? Oh, wait. She's like, oh, he must have seen him. And then her uncle cuts her off and says, stop it. This is what we're doing. And Drade's just sitting there smirking at her like, I know what you did. I know what you did. Nadiet's uncle has hired a hitman to go find Icar.
I was trying to remember Renton. That's not the dude that she was with, was it?
That's who I thought it was going to be, but that's not the same name.
Okay, I was trying to remember.
At least I don't think it is.
I meant to look it up and I forgot.
Oh, no, Renton is the one who bought the tulip list. He's the one that was holding the fight in the beginning.
Okay, I didn't think he was powerful enough for it to be him, but yeah. So essentially, big bad mercenaries after them. Him.
Oh no, wait, hold on. Wait. Never mind. This is the first time he's ever been mentioned. Never mind.
But no, so they've done that. But he's like, yeah, anyone who interferes with this guy killing tulips is I'm going to get payback from this mercenary, including you, not yet. Chill. Sit. Stay. It's like she's mad about that. And everyone's like, "Is he trustworthy?" He's like, "I don't know. You have the same goals as everybody else. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it." The point is, we're going to get the High King back, and if not, I guess we'll just all have to split the kingdoms. It'll be great, y'all.
Yeah. So the hitman guy has not just been hired to get Icar back. He's also been hired to kill all the tulips. Dun, dun, dun. And then Drade Drade this whole meeting. He's like, have we considered simply trusting the man who's been raised to be High King his entire life and like, I don't know, maybe thinking he's the right one instead of you two who are clearly trying to clutch at power here. But there's the old guy, Lower King, there's Drade, there's the uncle, and then there's the younger guy who's kind of, I think he wants to be a good guy, but he's easily swayed and he's easily bullied into going with the uncle.
He's not experienced enough to be handling
Yeah.
any of this.
And then Nadiette goes, normally I would agree with you, and I trust Icar. I trust him so much. But I just think he's a little stressed out from being High King, and he's gone off the deep end just a little bit. Like he's really stressed, and this is not he would not normally do this.
Which is stupid, because
Hmm.
ever implying that a king has lost his freaking mind, it means he's going to get the throne. That's not ever going to help him.
Exactly.
Like, if you really want to marry him and continue what you were going to do, this is not the way. You're stupid.
And then old creepy uncle guy says, because they kind of leave, and then Nadiette's like, I'm assuming you're going to make sure that we get married. And he goes, it doesn't matter. If you marry him or somebody else, I'll make sure you're the queen. So they're already planning on outing Icar or getting rid of him in some way and putting in Nadiette into power, which is so stupid, which is just the originators are trying to take over because they have to have a king and Icar doesn't have a kid. So if Icar dies or gets unkinged.
But supposedly the next High King's chosen through magic.
That's true. Usually it does go through the bloodline, but if there isn't one, then the world will bring them another king. Which
there might not be enough magic.
I have a feeling they're just going to say Icar's gone and bring somebody else and pretend that he's the High King. No, ma'am. No, sir. Absolutely not. And then the last chapter, and then it cuts back to Vera after all their scheming and blah, blah. I can't believe that Nadia only had 2 chapters, and I hate her so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both of her chapters were horrible.
They're horrible.
There's nothing good about this woman other than she kind of protects the kingdom.
Scheming little trollop.
Oh, my Lord.
Are we allowed to say trollop? Is that okay? Is that a word?
It's not a cuss word. Better than things I say.
That's
it's
what
okay.
She is. Last chapter. Chapter 46. We jump back to Vera. I really hope you can hear my huffing and puffing over the microphone. Okay, so back to chapter 46.
But he stops her from going back into her room at the end of the day.
Yes, he does.
One thing, Vera, before you go to bed, we need to talk. No. It can. I don't really want to kind of, sort of, not really kiss you. And I need to go to bed before I make bad decisions. Too bad, so sad. We need to talk.
He says, I learned something today. And she's like, oh, what?
Oh, it's worse. What I would say, we need to get the whole scene together here because it's worse than what I'm saying even. He straight up has her like.
He's straight up being seductive on purpose.
And like pinning her to the wall between him and the door. Like, there's no escaping this man while he's asking these interesting questions.
He like leans in and like whispers in her ear and goes, I learned something today. What do you got to say about it? He's like intentionally being like, Mr.
Being terrible.
She's like, her brain is literally like glitching. Like, ah! She's trying so hard to focus, but she's like, he's touching me. He's touching me.
And he smells good. He still has that same cologne on.
He's got his pheromones on. Anywho, she's like, what did you learn? And he says, that little thing you put on me didn't heal me. That Fey potion did not heal me. And she goes, what are you talking about? And he goes, "Are you a healer?" And she says, Sure. No. Yeah. No. Yeah, maybe."
Yes, if it makes you think I'm not a tulip.
Yes.
But don't you know that that's not possible?
Mhm.
It's not. You can't be an originator and healer. Not
Cor
how that works.
correct.
So I don't know what the heck he's thinking, because he has to know that.
He does know that. There's no possible way for him to have fought side by side with so many originators. And keep in mind, he has seen her
Mhm.
making magic. He knows for a fact that she can pull and make magic like an originator. And now he also knows that she has healing power. So he is simply double checking, are you a healer? I'm asking you straight out, face to face, are you a healer? And she says no. And
Mm.
he goes, okay, good. And then they start making out. Now, Kayla's mad about this. I'm not mad about this at all. The only reason for him to get so intense and ask that so intensely is because he knows that she's a tulip now. That's the only conclusion to come to. Because then they start making out, and it's not just like oh, this is like it's not a goodbye kiss. Because
Mm-mm.
it can't be a goodbye kiss because they're about to go off with each other. And this entire time, even when they've almost kissed so many times, he has come back not only for himself, he has not just come back and said, I can't kiss you because I need a tulip. He has wanted to protect her heart and say, he's like, I know I can't be with you, so therefore I'm not going to lead you on. And then they start making out. Either he knows, and I'm super excited about it. If he doesn't know, then I'm pissed.
I don't think he knows.
He has to know.
I don't think he knows.
He has to know.
He's been willingly oblivious this entire time.
No.
We'll find out very soon. We're going to start this next book. We will find out next week.
Where did they start making out?
Mm. Sounds like something. Okay, fine. Yes, and she did say she is a healer, by the way. You said no, but yeah, she says that she's a healer. Try to get past everything that he says.
But he knows she can't be a healer because he's seen her make magic.
I agree. I don't think he knows. Okay, so they kiss, and he finally steps back and walks away to his room. And the next morning, they're saying their goodbyes. Um, well, as I get back, she's packing. She's like, I have my pretty outfits. I'm so happy to be comfortable enough to wear a pretty outfit. Heads downstairs, sees him. No one's mentioning the kiss. They're saying goodbye. They're doing their hugs. She's like holding on as tight as she can. And Mama Tina's like, you gonna pay your dues, darling? And she's like, no, but I need you to send this money off for Rena. And she, of course, approvingly. And Rena's like, thank you for everything you've done. This is not something I can ever return the favor for. Sisters, we're sisters by magic. This is so amazing. And more goodbyes. Ruby finishes her last little meal before she happily flits away with everybody, which is where she recognizes, like, she should be sad right now. I'm very confused on why she's not sad. And then we're off on our way. We start chatting with Icar. He's like, I think your meeting with your family was a success. And she's just like, which ones? Getting into a fight with my ex-boyfriend at the dinner party?
Mm-hmm.
Getting
All of it.
caught kissing by Mama Tina? Or lying to the Fae about how you're a criminal so you'll never be welcome there as anything else? Everything. I loved everything that happened here.
He's having a grand old time.
He's having a grand time.
And then she asks him, so if you're not a criminal, what are you? And he thinks about it and he says, do you really want to know? Because we can do everything we need to do without you knowing. And she says, yeah, I want to know. And he lies. Well, not technically.
Not technically. He's just not telling the whole truth.
He says, I am a high ranking officer in the High King's army.
The highest.
That's true. He is the highest ranking officer
He
in the
is
High
the
King's
highest
army.
ranking officer.
So he doesn't technically lie.
And he does tell her that, I want to clarify on this too. She's like, by the way, after we find the flower, what else do we need to do? No, we just need to find a person. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. You don't need to know about this person. It's you, but you don't know that. I don't know that. But we have to find you after we're done.
he doesn't know and he still made out with her, then I'm mad.
He's going to be very disappointed very soon. But that's not my problem. End of the book. We finished it.
I'm going to assume that he knows.
I'm going to assume that he doesn't. We'll see whose hypothesis is correct.
The next little chapter thing that pops up, it's not in his POV, it's in hers.
Mhm.
And we don't even know if this is the first chapter of the book.
Yeah, but if we're going anything based off of it.
Whatever. We're reading the next one. Continue on next week on To Read or Not to Read.
To be read.
What's the name of the next book? Book 2, Queen of the Night in the Black Tulip Chronicles is what we will be reading. Go ahead and get your books.
Go ahead and get your books.
Go ahead and get them. We'll
For anyone who's interested, I still haven't read the second of the other book. It came out last month. But I've had issues, and I'm tired.
And this is way better, so we're going to be reading this one. Next week on To Read or Not to Read, The Black Tulip Chronicles, Book 2, Queen of the Night. Chapters 1 through 5.
Woo-hoo.
All right. Bye-bye.